Next tweet. So the post is, I'll test it out. However, what time should you set the drink date for so that it doesn't conflict with dinner time? I'm thinking 8:30 p.m. so that she'll have dinner by herself prior to the date. Again, this is the classic. We talk about this all the time. No dinners, only drinks, especially until you start fucking. And then by the time you guys start fucking for a couple of weeks, maybe a month or two, and then you go out for dinner, you can say, hey, is 8:30 too late for you to wait for dinner? And they'll be like, yeah, no. Or, because here's the deal. Brother, girls aren't scheduled. They work on feels. I feel like doing this right now. I feel like I want to have dinner later. Structured and disciplined like we are. We live the same day over and over to the best of our ability, and structured and scheduled so we can have some sense of sanity. Most don't know if they're going to eat dinner at all. Do I feel like having dinner? Or it could be Mountain Dew and hot chips at 3 or 5 or 11 p.m. So set the time that works for you. Girls generally have it's like I've asked Bunny, and Bunny is far more structured and disciplined than your average girl, coming from having kids, a fitness background. She does a lot of self-improvement stuff. Not all these things are like girl brain, is all over the place. They have no schedule. They kind of know that they need to get the kids to school by like 8. And so most of the time they'll get them there on time. But the rest of the day is a blur. It's what they feel like doing that day. And are they hungry? I don't know. What do I feel like eating? Then they forget, and that's how they forget to eat, and then they go buy Starbucks. So that is the real deal. You set schedules according to your needs and wants. And then if she does have an objection, she'll let you know. But generally, girls don't have a schedule. Especially if they don't have kids. At most, if they do have kids, they'll kind of structure their day around what the children need. So you have to take that into consideration. But generally, you can make an offer or set up a meetup and suggest a time to see if it works for them. But they don't have like we do. That's one of the very first things that guys learn, is that they're not just basically guys without dicks. They have a completely different approach to the day. Most of it is a blur. They have no plan. Even girls that are like boss babes, they have structure within their business day. But after that, it's really like sitting on the couch and spinning through their phone and mindlessly eating chips and drinking. And that's why, everybody has a weight issue. So just know that girls do not actually follow, just like we do, a structured, scheduled, or disciplined lifestyle. Most don't know if they're going to eat dinner, or it could be a Mountain Dew and hot chips at 3, and then maybe they decide, I don't want to eat at 3, I want to eat at 5. You know what? I was talking to Cheryl at 5. I forgot to eat, and now it's 11 or midnight, and they're like, I think I'll eat pizza. And that's how girls live every day of their lives. So set the time to what works for you. You don't have to put too much into it. Again, she is jumping on board with your lifestyle. Girls want to find a guy with a lifestyle that they can plug into. And you're going to help her along with that simply by having, hey, I usually eat around 8:30, or let's go out at 8:30 and have drinks. Oh, okay. That way she's already eaten and she can meet up with you. So again, and if you're talking about setting dates, the closer remember, a date is a romantic event that can lead to sex. So if you meet her up for brunch, you meet her up for coffee at lunchtime, she has to go back to work. Well, she can, but it's going to be harder. So you want to make things easy and sexier and more inclined for success. The later you can meet in the evening, the better the venue, the sexier the venue, the better off you are. That's why girls that are savvy, a guy will say, hey, let's meet up at 11 o'clock for a first date. And the girls are like, and I mean 11 p.m., they'll be like, No, I can't. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I mean, they laugh. So you got to like at least make it, somewhat realistic. Some girls will bite. It doesn't hurt to try, but most are going to want to hit that sweet spot of like 7 or 8 p.m. Not 11. Let's go back to my place. So that's the real deal. Just remember, girls don't live like we do. They live off of their feelings, how they feel.